back. We're back. Okay, so we're not gonna sell the franchise. That's what the DeWitt. That's what they're saying. I'm looking at this article. But we're talking about the Cardinals. You know, this is a sports station too. And we talk about the Cardinals, but we're not a shield for the Cardinals. So if we think they're doing the wrong things, which we think they are, you know, and we'll talk about that, and so I'm looking at the article, and he says DeWitt, he says no plans to sell the franchise. You know, he's worried about the television deal, and they're trying to get that kind of, but big deal. Here's the thing: you don't have no talent, and like I said, they were fourth last year. They're gonna finish fifth this year, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Uh, so he's saying, they might go to MLB for the television. We don't care about that. We care about winning here in St. Louis. That's why I had to drop them. And I'm a lifelong Cardinal fan. Like I said in the video before, in the 70s, 80s, all that. But when they decided they're not going to win, they don't want to win, I jumped off. So now I say that because I know, I don't trust them. So I think they've been talking to other people about selling the team. They won't say it, but I think that they're doing that. Okay, now, so I just said the Cardinals. That, when the Wit said that, what they didn't say is, hey, we're not spending no money, and y'all can get ready to strap up and get ready to for this ride to the fifth, to the basement, because you're gonna finish fifth, and I got the numbers. You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna finish ahead of the Pirates. See, they were in fourth last year, the Cardinals, and and the Pirates, they were in last. And I think it was 71 and 91, something like that. They were last place. And hey, but guess what? This is the new year, and the Pirates improved. Okay, they improved. Last year, offensively, they were last in OPS in in the power number ISO. You know what I'm saying? Slugging and power. That's the big number ISO. They were 30th in both categories. Well, they went out and got some players, though. The Pirates went out and traded for Brandon Lowe, got him from Tampa. They got Ryan O'Hearn from Baltimore. He had a good year. Lowe, he's a power guy. He can get you 20 plus home runs. And they got another, the young guy, Magnum, John Magnum, I think his name is. He played in Tampa. He's a young guy with speed. So they improved. The Pirates are trying to improve their offensive numbers. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, they were 30th in both of them. Well, the Cardinals, they weren't that much better offensively. Okay, they were 25th in OPS. 693. That's below average. And 29th in ISO. right in front of Pittsburgh. But see, they didn't improve. They lost talent. You know, Arnado and all that. They trying to get rid of Donovan and all that. You know, so and they weren't hitting home runs last year. So the Cardinals are going to be last place, people. There is no hope. And the West just said, hey, we staying. Excuse me. We ain't selling nothing. But the fans are unhappy. So when the fans keep on not showing up, like me, I'm one of them, and I'm on that train. You know, I want them out of here. You don't want to win. That's not Cardinal baseball. Okay, so now we were talking about the hitting, but as far as the pitching, the Pirates are superior. Okay, you know, and I got the numbers. You know, the Cardinals, they were 21st in earned run average, 4.3. Pirates, well, they were 7th. Okay, 3.76 in earned run average, 7th. And the Cardinals, you know, like I said, 21st. And it's another number, fielding independent pitching. So the pitcher's on his own, you know, they take all the errors and all that out of that. So that's a good number. I like that. And in FIP, fielding independent pitching, the Cardinals were 16th, 4.06, and the Pirates in FIP, they were 3rd. Okay, so they got them on the ERA superior, FIP superior, WAR. Let's look at those WAR numbers. You know, those are big numbers nowadays. You know, so. The Cardinals 20th in WAR, 12.7. Pirates 4th in WAR, pitching, 19.1. Okay, so those are the numbers and those are the facts, and that says one thing to me. The Pirates have improved. Now, I'm not going to say vastly, but they've improved to the point they're going to be better than the Cardinals. And their pitching's already better. All they had to do was improve the offense, and they've done that. So for all you Cardinal fans, you're sitting up here, you know, hoping and wishing that, you know, the Cardinals are going to go back to the 80s and shit. That ain't happening. And the West just came out and said, well, you know, don't worry. And I don't care how y'all bitch and moan. They ain't spending no money. They talking about, hey, we're trying to work some shit so the food is cheaper. We're trying to work this and that. They ain't saying nothing about spending no money to get talent here so those ISO numbers will go up. You know, you 29th in the ISO, 25th in the OPS, and those numbers are going to stay the same because you lost people. Pirates numbers are going up in the ISO and OPS. Okay? So, the Cardinals, you got a 5th place team. And Cardinal fans, Cardinal Nation, been played. There's no way out. I've said this on the video before. You know, and they got you over the barrel, the Wets. And he was arrogant, he was kind of like a smirk on, hey, we're staying and y'all can't get us out. Yeah, we can get you out because we not show up. That's what you gotta do. Cardinal fans. Like you did it last year. He's telling you, hey, we ain't spending no money. And then one of the DeWitt Jr., he's arrogant anyway. So he goes, I don't call it a rebuild. Because one of the reporters said that. And that's what it is. and they're not gonna do that right. He's saying it was a build. What's that? What the hell is a damn build? What is that? See, they playing games, word games, and all kind of bullshit, but they not spending no money to get no talent, and the talent ain't there. So you got a bunch of, no talent players, and the pitching is terrible. The pitching is horrible, and I'm here to tell it. This is the station that's gonna be on the Cardinals' ass because they're not doing right, and I think, hey, it's time to get them out of here. If you don't wanna produce and spend the money to have talent and win in baseball, then you got to sell the team. DeWitt, this is for you. Right? For you. I'm looking at you. All you DeWitts. If you don't want to win, sell the team. Because the Cardinal fans are, they see the light. Then they don't like what they smelling. And I don't either. It stinks. So, hey, you DeWitts, let's get it going, or find somebody to buy the team, because this team and this franchise is going downhill. Now you're going from 4th to 5th, and you're going down in the basement, down in the dungeon, and there's no way out.